Hello, my lovely learners. Welcome back to Sir Daniel's Maths and Science class. Today we have a simple maths question on the board. Let's solve it. Okay, the question says, Mr. Mensah's farm is 20 kilometers from his house. He uses his car to travel y kilometers of the distance from his house and then walks one whole number 1 out of 2 hours at the rate of 3 kilometers per hour to get to his farm. Find y. So this is a simple maths question as usual. Let's read the question, write down all the vital information from the question before we start to solve. So let's do it. Okay, so the question said Mr. Mensah's farm is 20 kilometers from his house. So the total, this means that the total distance of the farm from his house is 20 kilometers. So let's write it. So total distance of Mr. Mensah's farm is equal to 20 kilometers. Yes, so the total distance from his house to the farm is 20 kilometers. Okay, he uses his car to travel y kilometers of the distance. So out of the 20 kilometers, he uses his car to travel y kilometers of the distance. So we do not know y, so let's write it. So distance covered with car equals y kilometers. So the distance covered with car is y kilometers. Okay, let's continue. And then walks one whole number 1 out of 2 hours. So this gives us the walking time. That is one whole number 1 out of 2 hours. So walking time is equal to one whole number 1 out of 2 hours. Okay, let's continue. At the rate of 3 kilometers per hour. So this gives us the walking speed, 3 kilometers per hour. So walking speed equals 3 kilometers per hour. So the walking speed is 3 kilometers per hour. Find y. So the question said we should find y, which is the distance covered with car. Okay, so let's do it. So from the question gave us the distance covered with car, which is y kilometers, but the question didn't give us the walking distance. So let's find the walking distance, then we add it to the distance covered with car, we equate to the total distance of the farm, which is 20 kilometers, and find y. Okay, so from the question, walking distance will be question mark because we do not know the walking distance, only the distance covered with car, which is y kilometers. Okay, so from the formula, speed equals distance all over time. So you know that speed equals distance over time. Now we want walking distance, which is distance. So let's make distance the subject of this formula. So we can cross multiply. Therefore we get distance to be equal to speed times time. So distance equals speed times time. Now let's substitute the information into the formula and find our walking distance. Okay, so we get speed, which is the walking speed. So the walking speed from here is 3 kilometers per hour. So the walking speed gives us 3 kilometers per hour. Multiplying the working time. So the working time is one whole number 1 out of 2 hours. So multiplying one whole number 1 out of 2 hours. Okay, so to make it easier for us to multiply this, we can change this one to decimal. So this gives us 3 kilometers per hour times. So changing this one to decimal, we get 1 point. We know that 1 over 2 is 0.5, so this gives us 1.5. So one whole number 1 out of 2 hours gives us 1.5 hours. So 3 kilometers times 1.5 is the same as multiplying 3 times 15, which will give you 45. Then you bring your point at the middle. So let's do it. So 3 times 1.5 gives us 4.5 because 3 times 15 gives us 45. Then you bring your point at the middle. So the distance 45 kilometers. Therefore, walking distance is now 4.5 kilometers. So now we have the walking distance. We want the y, so we should now add the distance covered with car, which is y, and then add the walking distance. We equate it to the total distance, which is 20 kilometers, and find y. So let's do it. Now we know that since the total distance was 20 kilometers, therefore we can say that y plus the walking distance, which is 4.5, will be equal to the total distance, which is 20 kilometers. Now let's solve for y. Y will be equal to 20, then this one will cross the sign, give us minus 4.5. Therefore, 20 minus 4.5 give us 15.5. So now y is 15.5, which means distance covered with car is 15.5 kilometers. So if you found this helpful, like, comment, subscribe for this episode. Thank you.